really good. I love it when a plan comes together. Hammer's Angry Solid is releasing on July 10th to complement the original, as well as a couple other balls that I personally use quite a bit, so I'm pretty happy about that. And I think it's something that's going to fit for a lot of different people on a lot of different conditions, plus it's definitely the right price, so I've got lots of good stuff here to talk about. I do put the same layout on everything for consistency from video to video, so the comparison balls you'll see later are drilled the same for reference. I'm bowling at Royal Crest Lanes in Lawrence, Kansas on the Kegel Chromium Challenge pattern. The graph is linked in the description if you'd like to see the pattern details. I'm a transplanted righty that made the switch to the dark side due to injury, so I'm able to give you more than just a lefty perspective. I do in fact understand what transition means, I can even spell it. And what you're seeing right now is what I do best as a lefty. I'm most comfortably at about 16.5 miles an hour and 325-ish to 350-ish on the revs, giving a little swing. The Angry Solid is a track cipher-esque type of ball. It's got a higher RG, but also a higher differential for more length and a strong move down lane, but it's paired with a medium-strong sanded cover for some traction and stability to balance that out. If you don't understand what all the numbers mean, I have a few instructional videos linked in the description that'll explain cores and layouts. The cover stock is Semtex Solid at 2000 grit. That's what was recently on the Hazmat Solid. Now, I typically don't get along with higher RG cores on the left side. I prefer lower RGs to get the ball to roll earlier, see the mid lane stronger, and kind of blend the lane front to back more. However, I found myself in a few situations lately where the lanes have been higher friction, so I've needed to play a bit further inside, and have needed a ball that gets down the lane easier than something like a hammerhead or a stealth mode, but still be a more strongish, controllable shape. The cipher was ultimately a little too smooth and forward to fit for me where I needed it, so if you were or are in the same boat, the Angry Solid is a little stronger, faster, and more continuous, so it handles angle easier than the cipher did. The reaction shape is halfway between round and continuous and a directional arc. It's not quite the Hazmat Solid arcy hook set, but it's not quite the GB5 or stealth mode super round and continuous shape either. This means that I can easily get it to be rounder or more continuous if I get around the ball, or I can get it to go straighter down lane if I get more up the back of the ball and roll it more forward. It's right between sharp and smooth too. It's medium response, but it does lean a little in the more responsive direction. I also feel like I have more miss room to the outside than to the inside. If I get it in a little, or up the lane as they say, it's fast and strong enough that it wants to just move. But if I miss outside, it's strong enough to still see it and fast enough to get back up the hill. I think this will be the case with most other people as well. Even though the core is on the weaker side, the strongish cover with some surface is going to make it fit on fresh medium conditions, both for league and sport conditions, and it'll probably be a couple balls down on heavier and longer conditions where you still need some strength, but something that wants to get down the lane a little easier or that doesn't want to roll or rev up so soon. Because it's so continuous, I think you can get pretty deep into transition with it too, because you can just keep chasing it further and further inside. It's balanced so well that it's not going to start giving up or not recovering or making it back, but it's also not going to start getting too early or slow either. Now, it is a little too strong and sharp / over-under for me from straighter angles. I have to throw it harder to get it down the lane because of the cover strength, but because the core needs more time to rev up, there's a fine line between getting it down the lane and it going too long, which is why I need to give something like this a little angle, which is what higher RG balls are built for anyway. They're built to be easier down the lane to get you through early friction or transition, and then rev up later to cover the boards and get back up and through the pocket from more angle. While it takes a touch slower speed and a small bump up on the rev rate, it's pretty comfortable from deeper at 17 to 6 too, a very small adjustment to get it to see the lane right from there, and while I can make it work from the deepest 19 to 7 zone, it takes a little more effort, but remember I'm on a fresh pattern here too. I've got a couple zones in the middle where it looks great on the fresh, but all it would take is a couple games of transition to put it in play, comfortably put it in play from deeper too. I don't think your rev rate matters on this one. I think it's going to be more on speed. If you throw it really hard, it may want to be a little too weak and long, especially if you also have a lower rev rate, but if you have lower speed, it's probably going to be too boomy, especially if you also have a higher rev rate. I'd call it a benchmark type of ball that's a little on the longer and sharper side. I think it's a solid 3 ball with box surface and a high 4 ball if you let it shine up. At 150 bucks on Bowler's Mart, I think it's a great deal. It's the same price as a comparable ball in Brunswick's Crown Victory, as you'd kind of expect. Swag's new Fusion is a little cheaper, but it's also a half step down, while Motive's Primal Shock is very similar, but it's an extra 50 bucks. If you buy your equipment online, Bowler's Mart's the place to get it, and following the link in the description to the site is an easy way to support me as well. I also have a lot of other great links and discount codes in the description. If you like my jersey, I have a 10% off code for CoolWick. The kickbacks I get from that helps to provide jerseys for the youth leagues at Royal Crest every year too. I have a 10% off link to the Nexus website for the best bowling backpack you'll ever use, in addition to their journal and other products. I like a lot of the Genesis stuff I've been using, and there's also an email address if you're interested in art and products made from old bowling balls. This one gets an A from me as an initial grade. Shocker, I know. This is why this rating ranking stuff is kind of stupid, because fortunately everybody's making good stuff right now. But the Anger Solid, it plugs a gap, it complements the original Anger well, it fits with other balls in the lineup without really overlapping anything else too much outside of maybe the Crown Victory, which is especially impressive for Brunswick, considering the 7 brand umbrella. It reacts well, it's versatile, it'll fit well for a lot of different people as a regular league ball, but also be able to handle some tougher conditions, and it's a solid price. Next up, I've got some live commentary for some in-the-moment thoughts and context during filming. Channel members will get to see the full in-depth version. If you have any thoughts or questions, feel free to drop them in the comment section below.
I just threw that one at the gutter and it hooked. So we are seeing very good, even it didn't get through the pins that great, but I let go of that and I thought it was gone. So, and because I think I can fade this one a little bit more, keep it closer to the head pin. I don't think I necessarily have to give it away so far to get it down the lane. I think if I just trick it a little bit, just like that. Tripping all kinds of 6 pins. That's how I can tell that I'm throwing it good. Just say about 6 pins. I knew that ball was going to sneak up a little bit, but when it's coming good off your hand, the pins know. The pins know if you're grabbing the ball or if you're tight or you're trying to force something. But when you get loosened up and you're just making confident shots, the pins know that. It's really good. I love it when a plan comes together. It's kind of like, it's like swinging a baseball bat or a softball bat or a golf club. If you tense up and you're gripping the club or the bat, you're just sucking, you're just sucking the energy out of the ball. You've got to stay relaxed. There's a way to stay soft and execute confident shots. And the way that this ball is reacting right now, it's just a perfect fit for what I like to do. It's gonna hook too much. I couldn't quite get both of them, but I did trip the 6. It's really good. Slapping, people that hate, oh, look like a douchebag slapping stuff off in a video. Well, this ain't the video for y'all. All right, I think we're pretty well warmed up from here. I'm gonna try this straighter zone, but I think this one's a little bit just fast. It's gonna be strong and it's gonna be fast too. I can make it work. I think. But this isn't going to be much fun, because if I get it outside too far like that, it's going to hang, unless I slow it down a little bit. I mean, I can get it back from 1 on this pattern if I slow it down and rev it up enough. I'm just saying that for me to execute a shot that's going to get down the lane and finish and actually strike, if I get that shot out a little bit, it's gonna hang. And if I get it in, it's gonna take off. So, just don't think this is the right place with this ball for me. Yeah, and this is the other thing too with that core being higher RG, it's gonna take longer for it to spin up. So the faster you throw the ball, the longer it's gonna take for it to pick up. So even though it's going longer now that I've gotten straighter, but because I'm having to throw it harder to get it down the lane, it's taking longer for that core to wind up. So it's gonna require more out of the cover to pick up. See, I tried to dead hand or suitcase that one a little bit, and it's just, again, it's too fast. 17 to 6-ish. Rolled it too much. Oh, I thought that was gonna be a flat 7. It should have been a flat 7, but the ball bailed me out. I do feel like I need, in here, I feel like it's not a crazy strong ball with a crazy strong core. So I think it's gonna start a little bit long and need a little bit of help here, but I don't wanna grab it. All right, so I have slowed my speed down. I've raised my rev rate just a little bit, but it's more just slowing my speed down to give the ball a chance to wind up, get through the hook phase, so it's ready to, so it's stabilized and hooked and is ready to change directions on the back end. So all of a sudden, again, I went from thinking, I've got to help it too much from here, I don't know if it's going to work from in here, to, oh wait, little adjustment, change my angles, snap through a little bit more, don't roll it so heavy. Okay, cool. We're gonna move, I'm just gonna move. I think it can get there if I throw it decent. There we go. So, obviously, I'm throwing it slower. I'm revving it up a little bit more, but not significantly. That's really good. There we go. So for you crankers or big rev rates out there, I'm gonna end on that one because that was really good. Don't want to extend the video 6 or 7 more shots trying to actually throw it good again. So if you're wanting to drop down from the hammerhead, but you're not quite ready, but a vibe is too far away, or something like a radioactive or an Arctic that's still just chonky or weird like those are, if you're not quite ready to go down to into a Tundra or a Ocean Vibe or a Bubblegum or something like that, this is gonna fit right in the same place. And if you liked, like I liked the Cypher, it just didn't really fit for me. This is the same kind of ball, it's just the shape tweak just makes all the difference in the world, and I think this has got a little bit stronger cover on it too. So anyways, Angry Solid, I'm really happy with it. So we'll take a look at the vibe now.